Hi everyone, and welcome to the tutorial for how to search JSTOR. Let's start on the UNCG Library website, which is library.uncg.edu. So to get to JSTOR, you want to click on Databases here in the red box. And then we're going to scroll down, and over here on the right, click on JSTOR. You might at this point be prompted to log into your UNCG account. If that happens, just go ahead and log in. Okay, so I need to find some sources for a paper I'm writing on environmental racism and the Flint, Michigan water crisis. So I'm going to search for environmental racism. And look, this returned over 33,000 results. Now I just need a couple of sources for my paper, and I really don't want to dig through all of these 30,000 results. So, and I'm assuming you probably don't either. So let's conduct a proper search on JSTOR. So let's go back to the home page and click on Advanced Search either here in the upper left or here in the middle box. So here's where you want to enter your key terms. So for this purpose, I'm going to type in environmental racism again. And this is where your Boolean operators come into play. So I want and, but you could also do or not. So I want environmental racism and Flint, Michigan. And this is where you can narrow that if you're looking for a specific author or item title, or if you want these words to pop up in the abstract. But I'm just going to keep it all fields for both of them for now. And if you need to add additional search boxes, you can do that here. Make sure that it is set to content I can access, otherwise you might get things that you can't get the full article of, which would not be helpful. And you can go ahead and search now if you want, but I like to further limit this so I can be really specific. So for this purpose, I want articles and books, but you can of course click these others as it's applicable to you. For language, I want English because that is really the only language I speak, but if you're multilingual or fluent in another language, feel free to click these other ones, give that a shot. Publication date range, I know that the Flint, Michigan water crisis started in 2014, so I'm going to put in 2014 to 2020, which is the current year, so that I'm only getting sources in the date range that's applicable. So that really matters or depends on your subject. I'm not looking for a specific journal or book title, so I'm going to leave that blank, and same with the ISBN. And now this is where you can narrow your results by discipline. So if I wanted to come at this from a specific lens or angle, like if I wanted to look at environmental racism and the Flint, Michigan water crisis from an environmental science perspective, then I could scroll down and click environmental science and environmental studies. And this would ensure that all of the results I'm getting are only coming from these kind of perspectives. You could also do it from a sociological perspective. I recommend leaving these blank for your first search, and then after you hit return, if you still have too many results, you can come back here later and narrow this down if you need to. But let's just leave this blank for now, and let's hit search. So remember before I had over 33,000 results. Now I'm down to 69, which is much more manageable. And another helpful tip is to make sure that you have this show snippets clicked so that when you're looking through your results, it highlights your search terms so that you can kind of easily see like a little snippet of what they're going to be talking about in this specific resource. And so see over here, you can further narrow this again. So let's do it from environmental science So now I'm down to 4. So if this is with the lens that I really wanted to tackle this paper from, then now I'm down to 4 results from 33,000. And just at this point, I'm going to review my results and then, like I just did, kind of alter the limits and filters again until I get what I'm looking for. But this is basically how you can search JSTOR. I hope this was helpful.